Welcome to the B. Lenore Show. Here, we will discuss lifestyle, beauty, celebrity gossip, and current events in our own way, my way, B-style. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. It's almost Friday, y'all. How is everybody doing today? Let's see who's in the chat. Hey, Fedora and Natural P. Thank you so much for stopping by. Tonight, we're going to have a really fun time talking to someone who is not only a smart guy, but a funny guy, just an all-around talented person. And a friend. So I want to have him come out here in just a moment. But in the meantime, let me get over here and make sure you know how I am, y'all. I always forget about my Facebook people. So let me get over here, make sure I have them up and ready to go. Because I don't want to forget about Facebook. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Or did I? Oh, you know what? We're not streaming there, but I can. Ha. I can do that. Let's do that right now. All right. So that should be popping up here any second. You know, there's a little delay. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Fedora, how was your day? I see how you guys are talking to each other in the chat. How sweet. Hey, Apple. Hey, Shell Loves. Hey, voluptuous woman. Thank you for stopping by. Just 1 second. I wanted you to know how I always forget about the Facebook people, y'all, and I don't want to do that. So I want to make sure I get them here. Facebook people. Is it coming? There's a little delay. Well, I will come back. I'll check on them at the break. How about that? Hi, White Carter girl. And who else? Did I miss anybody else who came in? All right. I think. Oh, Lue. Hi, Lue. Hope you are having a great one. Okay, guys. So this gentleman, I have known. Well, let's see if he remembers how long it's been since I first met him. Okay, we'll see in a minute. But he is so talented. But what I will tell you is that when I met him, I knew he was talented. Okay, he's good looking. He was an actor, and he was writing films, little short films and stuff. And a friend of mine, we have a mutual acquaintance who is like a sister to both of us. Okay, and so she introduced us, and we started talking, and immediately vibed with him immediately because all of us were on the same wavelength from a creative standpoint. But this guy did not stop with those short films. We're going to talk about some of the other things that he has accomplished over these last few years. And, I find him to be very motivational, too. So I think he'll have a special word for all of us. All right. So with that said, let me welcome my friend, the actor, filmmaker, producer, writer, comedian extraordinaire, Mr. Derrick Muhammed. Hey, Derrick.
Hey, Val, I'm gonna have to take you on the road with me. I need to open up.
Hey, ain't no business like show business. We know how to do this stuff, okay? Right. So, Derrick, thank you for coming on my show, first and foremost.
Man, it's my honor. I'm honored to be on your show, Val. I was really honored when you asked me. I was like, oh, really? Of course.
No, look, I look up to you. I'm proud of what you've been able to accomplish.
Well,
some people dream and some people talk and other folks do. And, while a lot of people do all of this, you were out there making it happen. You were making it happen. And you made what may look impossible to some very possible. And you ain't done. You just getting started. That's the thing. You are just getting started.
Well, I'm actually humble and honored, and I'm going to take all of that, and I'm going to harness it. So when it's some down moments, I'm going to think what you said so it can keep that fuel going, that charge going. And yeah, it's a lot of people, what happens is they have lofty goals, dreams, but that voice inside them of doubt. And doubt is the mother of hypocrisy. Saying out of your mouth what's not in your heart. But it's in your heart, but that doubt suppresses it. So you got to kill doubt. You got to kill that negativity. Because, well, what if it don't happen? Well, I always ask, what if it do?
Right.
What if it do? You will never know. So even in my comedy, I say, if you do nothing, nothing will happen.
Right. Now that you can count on. That's the one guarantee in life.
That's mathematical right there. So
in the words of what was his name? Bill Withers, nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
And that's right. That's right. Exactly.
And you gotta have something you're gonna be with me. That's all I got to say about it.
Exactly. Okay? Exactly.
So let me ask you, Derrick, where are you from? You're frozen. Okay, there you go.
Okay, I'm from Planet Youngstown, Ohio. We call it Planet Youngstown because a number of aliens come from there. It's a whole other world. So I'm from Youngstown, Ohio. And I'm proud of it. And I'm a native. I rep everywhere I go. But that's where I'm from.
I'm just messing with you. I got family in Youngstown. I had a friend that was on a couple of nights ago. He's a comedian as well, and he's from Warren.
Oh yeah.
Now, so right around the corner from you.
That's around the corner.
No places to play with, and my family's from Warren too. So I give both of y'all cities a hard time.
Yeah. Warren and Youngstown. That's like Gary and Chicago. There's two different types of people right there, So, yeah. We similar, but we're not the same. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Not Warren dude, but they know Youngstown dudes is a little extra.
Well, and then you know what? It wasn't until a few years ago, and then we'll get back on track, but I didn't know until a few years ago how Youngstown was that meetup spot for the people. Yeah, the mafia come together. They say there's a whole lot of good Italian food still up and through Youngstown.
Yeah, that's a whole nother culture in itself coming up. You hear cars getting blown up, dead bodies on the side of the road. The police is involved. I mean, it's just a corrupt city, man.
Wow.
I might have to do a movie on Youngstown one day.
You might have to.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this. When you were growing up in Youngstown, did you dream of, entertainment? You know
what? I don't know what I wanted to be because it wasn't really something that it was so Hollywood was like in another universe, Mm-hmm. I loved movies. I always stayed on punishment. So all I had to do was watch TV.
Yeah.
I don't know. I must have had like ADD because I would watch a show and then I would go and react to the show in my mind walking around the house. So my sisters would say I play imaginary friend. My mother would be like, leave him alone. But little do they know I had imaginary friends, which actually was the reason that made it easy for me to do film because I could write. Like I remember writing a poem in the 3rd grade and it made the Vindicator, made the funny, what was that? The Saturday, it was a paper for kids that came out.
Yes, I know. We used to have one here too, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And my poem went into it, and I just remember the teacher said, try to make a poem that don't rhyme. So I wrote one about a black horse. I don't remember how it go, but it was good enough to make the paper. And I was like a little celebrity right then. You know what I mean? Your poem is in the paper. My mama went off, call all the friends and relatives. And I was a little celebrity for a minute.
Yeah.
But the problem I had was I can write stories, but I daydream too much in school. So I don't know comma placement, periods. I'm like Kanye. I'm just running shit. So I get editor I got a book. I had to get somebody to help me edit. But I can tell a story, but don't judge me for the comma placement. I'm here.
Okay. Well, we're going to judge it if it's in your book now, Derrick. We can't have no messed up comma.
No, we're not going to do that.
The editor got to have doing the job. Okay.
Yeah, we can edit and format it, but if you got a text from me, it might just run all together.
Yeah, now that is true. Now we know. Now I know.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why.
So, okay, so you knew that you had a great imagination. And actually, what you described, I experienced the same thing as a kid. I loved television. I just feel that at some point there's going to be a connection with me and television, just because I've always had the connection with it. I felt that, while some people would call it the dummy box or whatever it was called growing up, I can understand why they would say that. But on the flip side, I see it as a tool for education, motivation. It can be so many other things too, inspiration, whatever you need, you can find it in that box. It ain't as dumb as we like to think. So
yes, that's the reason why they call it television program. Program the television. So they program it for right now negative things. But like when we were coming up with Mr. Rogers or Sesame Street or Electric Comedy,
right.
It was for a positive thing, Fat Albert, but now it's all downhill. It's the bottom of the barrel right now. This is the reason why I'm in the.
Yeah. Okay. So, at what point did you finally decide?
Ooh.
Let me and we'll jump back because I know that there's a lot that happened in between time. But at what point in your life did you decide you were going to pursue an entertainment career at all? Even with the films, like when I met you,
okay. All right. We're just going to say when it came to pass, I had an insurance agency, I had an Allstate agency. And I thought, okay, this is what the plan was. I knew I was going to make movies, but I'm going to make this money. I'm going to retire. When I retire or sell this business, I'm going to start making my films. Okay. Well, life don't last like that. 2008 happened, and I had just started that company. And the company wasn't worth that much. So when I sold it, I started doing business brokering. And I broke up with a fiance of mine, and I couldn't afford therapy, so I started doing stand-up comedy. Now,
really? You went into comedy for therapy?
Yes, because I couldn't afford therapy. So I used that, all my aggression, pain, setback, and disappointment into jokes. Now, was it funny when I started? No, I was horrible. But the release was so satisfying. You feel?
Oh, really?
It was so. I sucked bad, but luckily where I was going, there was only 2 people in the audience, so I could just work out all my terrible jokes.
Oh, okay.
And I remember Andrew Ford was back in Columbus at that time, and he started the Comedy Stop all over again. And I said, I'm doing comedy. He said, well, come on out. I'll give you some stage time. What? So I would go out and I would open up for some of the meetings. He had like Marcus Cohn there, Sean. Oh, he had a whole litany. Tony. What's his name?
Tony Baker.
No.
Tony Roberts.
Tony Roberts.
I like Tony Roberts.
All great black comedians on the Chitlin circuit came through there, and I would watch them work out. And I would get up there and do my corny jokes and get my little stage time. And in my mind, I told myself I was a comedian. Was I professional then? No. But in my mind.
Well, hold on. Because I don't want you to go too far into this comedy thing because we're talking, you said that was around 2008?
2009.
2009-ish. Okay.
2009.
I met you. When you think I met you?
How
long have we known each other?
We met in 1998.
You're very damn, Derrick. Yes.
Yeah, I have an exceptional memory when I want to be. Right.
Me too, actually. But that is so exact. Yes,
Yeah,
it was 1998.
1998. We met because I did Atonement with Stacy. I wrote the script, and let me just tell you,
Yes.
I'm married at the time. I got kids. I got a mortgage. I'm working at the bank.
Yes.
I see Matt Lee's movie, Bout It. I said, oh, this movie sucked. And then that's when it started. I think I could do this. I always wanted to do film. I was going to go to film school when I got out the Navy. Life happened. I didn't go. So what I did, I went to the library, got a book, went to Public Access Channel, learned how to work a camera. In that time, I started the Derrick Muhammed Show and the Public Access Channel. Then I wrote a script, just pure ignorant. Didn't know what the hell. I wrote a script in an hour. Based on the Million Man March, got my friends together from the bank, borrowed the camera from one of my partners, one of them old VHS cameras that didn't even have a battery pack. We had a long extension cord. I met this girl, white girl at Community Access Channel. She was my DP. I directed, starred in it. We shot it in 5 days. I learned how to edit it down at Public Access Channel. I stole time, getting off work and staying till midnight. Dude kicking me out. Finished the movie, had the audacity to sell out the trunk of my car for $10. Made $2,000 off a $6 movie.
All right.
And that's when I said, I'm a filmmaker from A to Z. So
yeah,
I met you because Stacy, our mutual friend, was an actress in the movie. And she had a cold-blooded role, cussed me out from the rooter to the tutor.
She could play that part. And who could...
So I said, I want you to give this dude the business. And she delivered the pizza and Kobe's and pepperonis. So.
Well, look, okay, so was that your first film?
That was my first film, Atonement.
Wow, okay, so...
It was horrible, but it was my baby.
Well, look, you got to start somewhere. You got to make one, you know.
But it had a little twisted end, and I did good considering I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Okay. You figured it out, though. You figured it out. So, okay, so you made that film, and I knew over the years, because you and I talked about, you know, collaborating at some point, and all through those years, you know, Derrick was working diligently, trying to figure out how, you know, what the next best project was going to be. That's all I knew of you, Derrick.
Man, look, I did that movie in 98, and I ain't another movie until 20 years later with Gail in the Storm. And that was my peak film. And that, I'll tell you how that came about, but comedy happened. And, you know, I remember failing early. I remember getting booed off stage at the Funny Bone. Sold out show. Damon Williams from Chicago was headlining, and I got booed off stage, embarrassed for 6 months into the session. Wounded. Didn't do comedy for another 6 months, but I told myself I'm coming back. And a year later, I came back and killed it, and I became a professional because I got another book. And I studied that book called The Comedy Bible, and it took me from hack to professional. And before I left Columbus, I was probably the top comedian in Columbus. And I would do in white rooms and black rooms with the greatest of ease because I trained myself. Winning contests against white boys and killing them black rooms, which is no easy feat.
I have not seen your act yet.
Oh, yeah. It's a little rusty now because I ain't been on stage in a while since COVID. But, I mean, I got some fire for real. And I vow to get back on stage sometime later this year after my film projects this summer.
Okay. Well, let's go back a little bit then. So during those 10 years that I mentioned, from the time you made that first film till you're pursuing comedy, you were married. Were you married at that time or no?
I was married I got divorced a couple years after I met you. I got divorced in 01, 02. So from 02 to doing where I'm at, I hadn't even been married again. So I've been divorced 20 years. Yeah.
So that in some ways, I'm guessing, I mean, no one's wishing a divorce. You know, divorce is hard, divorce is painful. But it's sometimes very hard for people to make the adjustment, and especially when you've partnered with people for so long. Now, this might be an opportunity where was this another reason why you felt like, okay, I can really go for what I want to do now? I'm not suggesting, because I don't know whether or not your partner was supportive or not, but
she was supportive and still not. The thing was, I had something in me that it wouldn't go away. Okay. No matter what I was doing, if I was selling insurance or reffing basketball, reffing football, or whatever, I still had passion in me that would not go away. And I had to realize I got to feed this thing. I got to take a risk on this thing, you know, and I'm getting older. You know, when I left Columbus, I was 47 years old when I went to California on blind faith because I became low-hanging fruit in Columbus. I mean, everything I turned was turning to shit. So I was like, I got to go. Opportunity came. I left. I didn't tell nobody. I just left.
You just left.
And when I got to LA, this is how beginner's luck happened. I got to LA, and my first month there, I booked a commercial, a dental commercial. They gave me a 27-year-old wife and a 7-year-old son in a dental commercial. I'm 47 at the time. Right? But
you look young. You always look young.
Yeah, and I lost I lost 30 pounds when I got to LA. After I lost 30 pounds, I had Midwest weight on me, right? So I lost that weight and started looking younger. And that paid enough money to take care of some things for that year, you know, until I started booking some shows and reffing ball, and finding work here and there and shows. It was a beautiful operation. And then that's when I met my business partner, Karen White, the Superwoman.
Yes. Okay. So let's get into that. Let's take a quick break. I want to check on my Facebook people. If you want to grab something to drink real quick, feel free to do that. I'm going to greet some of these people also that are in the chat. But before we do that, let me just play a quick commercial. Everybody, let me see who's all in here that I didn't get a chance to speak to. Hey, Miss Tawana, I can't remember. Did I say hi to you? Miss Steve, Mama Cynthia Simpson. Hey, Fedora. White Carter Girl is here. The Natural P is here. Hi, everybody. Brooklyn Star 79. Hey, mamas. Valerie, hey. Yeah, Valerie, we all love some Karen White. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. All right. Okay, so now let's talk about this whole thing. How did this movie, because Derrick, actually, let me have a little picture here, a little cover art. Derrick, how did this movie even come about? Let's talk about that first. This is his feature film.
Yeah, you know what happened was I met her acting class, and we would have some scenes, and she would get some get some auditions, and some roles she booked, some she didn't. Same with me, right? And I was like, you know what? I've done a movie before. You got a name. I said, why don't we pool our resources together? I ain't got no bread, but you do. I said, we write this movie. We'll put together a budget, and at the time, her manager was Jay King from Club Nouveau, and we decided we was gonna shoot it in Sacramento because he was one of the producers, and he got us all our locations for free, and we got all our actors. We got some actors from LA. They auditioned for us. We flew them in, and the thing is, I might not be able to hang drywall or do plumbing, but damn it, I can make a movie. For some reason, I got a knack for that. You know what I mean? Like production, directing, and acting while handling everything on the set. I don't want to brag, but hey, I'm cold when it comes to this. Like, I'm not even trying to I got to just put my flag. I'm cold when it comes to this. So
okay, well, wait a minute. Let me just say that. Well, go ahead. I'll tell you when you're done.
we shot the movie in 7 days on a budget, a shoestring budget, right? And the soundtrack included. We had a sold out premiere in Sacramento. We got distribution. I negotiated the distribution deal. We was up on Amazon Prime, Tubi TV. I just got it back from the distributor a couple months ago. We're getting ready to repackage up and go all the way again with it and get all the revenue ourselves and go with a different, a better offer. And I leveraged that opportunity to put myself as one of the, independent filmmakers out here in the industry right now.
So what I was gonna say is, I remember when Derrick announced it, he told everybody, I got my film. I want everybody to watch it. He was making announcements on social media, letting his people know, So I'm like, okay, it's my friend. I'm gonna support him. Soon as it came out, I remember, I forgot, because it wasn't on Prime. I believe it was on another platform. It was on
our own site. We was getting all the money.
Okay, because I remember I went over there and I gave you my money and I would watch my friend's film. Now, I watched that film, I want to say the first time, because I've seen it twice.
Wow.
The first time I watched that film, I watched it on my cell phone because it was just how I navigated through the links, basically following, your announcement. So I was like, and I'll be honest, Derrick, I didn't think I was gonna watch it all the way through. I was like, I'm supporting my brother. My brother made a film. Let me go out here. I'm giving my little money, watched a little bit. And I was like, oh, okay, Derrick. I was very, very impressed.
Wow.
I was hugely impressed. And I was especially impressed because I knew you had done it all. Like I knew that you didn't have a big budget. I knew that you didn't have a big crew. I knew that you did everything in this bad boy. And I was like, oh Lord, he done did everything. All of that. But when I saw it, Derrick, I was proud of you. I was. And I ended up watching the whole movie on my little phone. And then the next time I watched it was last year when it was on Prime. It was back on Prime, or it was on Prime last year, right?
Right.
And when it went on Prime, I said, now I'm going to watch it on my TV.
Right.
And I was in the barbershop one day too. And I'll just say this. I was in the barbershop, and this must have been last year. It was right after I saw that it was on Prime. And I forgot. I don't even know how we got on the subject of you, Derrick, but we got on the subject of you. And he said, you know who my barber is?
Yeah, Kevin.
No.
Mike. Is it Mike or Kevin?
Rick Dunn? Yeah.
Rick
Dunn. Don't say his name. Don't put his government out here. I'm just trying to say. But anyway, he was like, did you see his movie? I said, I did. I said, it's pretty good. He said, you know what? That damn thing was good. I said, I know it was good. I said, this movie was good.
And he's a hard critic too, so yeah.
So I'm just saying, yeah, he is a harsh critic. But I'm just saying we all are, and still I wouldn't have said it if I didn't mean it. And I wouldn't have you on here if I was gonna be embarrassed. So I'm just saying.
Right. I appreciate that. Now, and that's my baby, my first feature film. You feel me? And I've been getting a lot of love from that. I've been leveraging that success with other things that I'm doing right now. So
you know what? Let me ask you this. Is there a trailer out here somewhere I can play?
Oh, Gail in the Storm, yes. You can go on YouTube and find Gail in the Storm trailer. GALE and the Storm trailer. And you can play the trailer. And the trailer is fire. Ooh, the guy that did our trailer, because it's a science to doing trailers. And I first had Jussie Muhammed do the trailer, and she directs for like Queen Sugar and Harlem and all that. Friend of mine. But I had this guy who did Superman versus Batman do my trailer, and he put it on steroids. So he gonna always do my trailer if he alive.
Let me see.
Yeah. And let me tell you this story, though. A lot of people don't know that soundtrack for Gail in the Storm is pure fire.
It is.
Pure fire. And there's 3 songs on that soundtrack that I wrote.
That you what?
Co-wrote 3 songs on that soundtrack. What? I'm not even a musician. Karen was like, look, we doing a soundtrack, and if you can write a movie, you can write a song. So get at it. She put it to my head. Get at it. I was like, damn. So I co-wrote Love Quarantine, Hurricane, and I Am the Storm.
Oh.
That's the song at the end of the movie. I Am the Storm, when she came out, I eat fire. That song.
Do me a favor, Derrick. I can't find the
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, if you actually can you send it to my Facebook Messenger? I can pull that up right here.
Yep.
Okay, do that. Now, while you're doing that, let me see. Derrick, they say you good looking. They say you good looking.
Oh, them people got great things. Tell them thank you.
Don't tell him that, y'all. Don't tell him that.
You know what? Let me tell you.
He's pretty and he kind of model.
Let me tell you something. I was doing comedy in Toledo one time, and I saw these women. I was like, hey, y'all look nice today. And they kind of like stared up on me. They didn't know I was going to be the comedian. I got up on stage. I said, look, let me tell y'all something, women. When a man give you a compliment, you take that compliment, you save it up like a 401k plan. Because one day you're going to be in a nursing home old with no teeth in your mouth. And the only compliment you're going to get is, Valerie, you did good, girl. You ate all your applesauce.
I hate you.
Yeah.
Anyway, hilarious. Hey, Shell Loves. Oh my gosh.
I'm sending it to you right now.
And then, okay, so you'd also mentioned too that, and I know this as well. He's working on a YouTube. Is it YouTube? Is it an online series? I didn't.
My new series.
Understand what it is.
You mean my new series? Your
new series. Is it online? How's that work?
Well, what we're gonna do? We turn into a television series, and we're in production right now. Okay. I just did the pilot at the top of this month. I shot my first pilot was the first episode. Took me 3 days. We shot it in Newark, and it's called Lucky. And it's about a guy who is in entertainment business, and he gets down on his luck on money. And his one friend of his who worked closely with the mob, a black guy who's a film producer, say, look, the mob needs somebody to have somebody get talked to so they don't do a deposition. So my character owes this guy some money. He said, yeah, I got somebody. So you can make some bread, pay me my money back, and get up off your knuckles. So they want me to take this doctor and tell him not, talk to him roughly so he don't testify against the mob. But things go awry, and now they looking for me. And conveniently, I gotta try to save my life. But I don't want to give it away, but it's a good story, and we're gonna make a series out of it. And it's called.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
I directed it and I starred in that too. So I'm feeling good about my 2022 right now. I really am.
Now, so are you filming this? You said, where are you filming this? What coast are you on?
Right now, I'm in Atlanta, but we're shooting that one in Newark, New Jersey.
Okay, that's why I thought you said Jersey. Okay, so you on location shooting and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's a very few times that people call me up, pay me to write it, pay me to direct it, and pay me to act in it. And then I get some producer points too. Oh, Lord God. What? Huh? Allahu Akbar. Oh, yes. Sign me up for that operation. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I got the trailer. Let me share my screen here. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, so, all right. Gail and the Storm.
We have a very special guest in the house tonight. Lovely Miss Gail Storm.
Meet Gail Storm. Once the former lead singer of the Grammy-nominated band Eclipse, they were on top of the world. So she thought.
People love Eclipse because of our sound.
But still, we need to change with the times.
You a snake.
I'm a survivor.
The secret to change is not worrying about your past. Focus on your future.
So what's next for the great Hannibal Shabazz?
Man, I'm putting together a super group. We bring back soul.
It's been a while since I've been on stage, just hanging in with me.
You just need to fall back in love with singing again.
This game is like a Venus flytrap. Then closes on your ass real fast.
You quit right at the height of your career. Why come back now?
I found out I got a whole lot more music left to me.
I just want to know if you can help me.
All right, what you need me to do?
Take over the world.
What kind of Hannibal are you? You got your good Hannibal, and then you got your Hannibal Lecter.
They see your rise, they just want to latch onto your coattail. They don't want clips, they want you.
I don't live in the past or the future. I live in the now. Don't light it up unless you want to burn it down. I am the storm, so get up. Don't light it up unless you want to burn it down. I am the storm, so get up. And the people go,
I am the storm. I am the storm.
yeah.
I am the storm. There you go,
Yeah,
great.
okay.
Gail and the Storm!
You should stick around for the show, because it's going to be fun.
Hey, all right, Derrick Muhammed. I see you out here. I see you.
I got two actors in that movie right now. One of them, he got a show on Nickelodeon, and another one it's getting ready to come out on Amazon Prime. So I'm pretty excited about some of the people that work with us.
Nice. Okay, all right. Okay, so I told you we're gonna go to our last segment of the night, which is the James Lipton tribute. Okay, my 10 questions.
All right.
Okay, so now before we do that, I gotta just play one more commercial before we get out of here to do this.
Your
And
show,
this is so that
let me say that your show is. I love your format. Your show is bomb now.
thank you. I appreciate that, Derrick. So with that said, you guys, if you have any other show ideas or anything that you want to just send my way, please reach out to me by contacting me here. All right. So with that said, Derrick, I'm going to ask you, what is your favorite word? Just a regular word. What word do you love the most? Which one?
Motherfucker.
Not that will fall under cuss word.
Oh, excuse me. All right.
So just a regular word.
My favorite word is courage.
That's your favorite word, courage. I like it. Okay. How about your least favorite word?
I can't.
That's what Alvin said the other night. Can't is his least favorite. How about what turns you on?
Ooh, man. Oh, man, so many good things. Music, a good movie, a fine ass, beautiful. Ooh.
cannot.
Success turns me on. Success.
Yes.
Yes.
I ain't mad at that. I am not mad at that. Okay, what turns you off?
Weakness.
Okay. What sound or noise do you love?
Oh, birds chirping. Ocean waves. Ocean waves.
Okay.
Ocean waves. My favorite.
All right. Ocean waves. Ocean waves. What sound or noise do you hate?
Sirens.
Oh, really? Any kind?
A fire sirens.
Okay. And well, you've already answered this one, but what's your favorite curse word?
Motherfucker.
Of course. Mine too. What profession, other than the one that you currently have, would you like to attempt?
A lawyer.
Wow, this is weird. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right.
I played one in a movie, so but I think I would have been a great lawyer or a judge too.
Yeah, it's so funny. The reason why I'm laughing about that is because that's what Alvin said too. Alvin said water. Well, he said a waterfall is the sound he likes the most. He said, what was the other thing you said turns you? No.
Oh,
no, the least favorite word. You guys had that the same. And then the lawyer was the thing he would be doing too if he wasn't doing what he does. So that's interesting. Okay, one last question. If heaven exists, and actually I hate wording it that way, so let me rephrase it. Because I know heaven exists. What would you like to hear God say to you when you get there?
I'm proud of you, boy.
Yes. I'm proud of you. That's right. Can't beat that. Can't
Woo!
beat that with a stick. Okay. Now, with all of that said, I can't have because see, you came on here. You've been such a gentleman. You came on here. You know, the women say you look good. You came on here charming. You know, being charming as usual. And now they don't know that you are the one of the most controversial people out here in these streets. Okay, Probably. They don't know that part.
No, they don't.
So, but I can't have a person in the business, right? And a comedian at that, and have them on my show, and someone with such strong opinions as you have, and not ask you, what do you think of the Oscars?
Okay. Which part? Are you talking about the slap or are you talking about the overall part?
Well, let's talk about what you think overall of the show.
Overall, okay, and this is the thing with me. The Oscars is a white show. They allow us to attend it.
Absolutely.
Daniel, when she won in 1934 or 32.
She wasn't even allowed to be in the theater.
In the corner.
That's when they let her come in there because she really.
Yeah, she was in the back. So she got her award. Get your black ass out. But me being an independent filmmaker, me being a Muslim and an alchemist and a visionary and a Renaissance man and a revolutionary, I'm not into chasing things that people hold with carrot sticks. And I got to seek approval. That's why I get mad when all these filmmakers think it's not enough. They got to stand in line and hold their hand out, kiss all these people asses to get funding. Let's pull our resources. That's why I learned how to make a movie for little or nothing. I wrote a book about it, Guerrilla Field Ground, how to make a movie little for nothing. So my whole thing is, and I'm going to answer your point in a minute.
I know.
Let's have our own shit. Let's have our own shit. And then I ain't got to worry about appeasing you. Now, fast forward, I'm glad that they recognize Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Close to him. Questlove won. Good show. Good documentary. Getting up to Will Smith. And this is how I looked at, because I do stand up. Now, I don't really bang on people. My stand-up is really intellectual and you know, social and political, right? Mm-hmm. But how I understood the joke and I knew Chris, and I love Chris Rock as a comedian. I don't like his acting, but I love him as a comedian. Him and Chappelle is my blueprint right there.
Mm-hmm.
The joke was harsh due to her medical condition. Will Dunn was wrong. Let's get that out the way. It was wrong. Entirely wrong.
Okay.
Understanding what pressure he been in for the last 30 years.
Right.
I can see.
Never done anything cross to anybody.
I can see him having a temporary moment of insanity. And he had one. He laughed at first. He looked over there. He saw the pain on Jada's face. Regardless of their bedroom life, their marriage, it's between those two consenting adults. I had nothing to do with that. She threw him under the bus for the little boy she was sleeping with. She threw him under the bus recently.
Why you call him a little boy, though? Why you call him a little boy,
The little boy compared to Will. The little boy compared to Will.
He a little boy because he was her son's friend.
Yeah, that's my point. He's Will's little boy's friend, so he's a little boy, right? So, and then she gonna say Will can't satisfy and put all this out on the red table, and he's sitting up there, honorable to his commitment to her, and he got to take this shit. People saying all kinds of crazy shit, and he saw the pain. He wanted to appease her. He felt, and he just got done playing Richard. And let me tell you, he's a method actor. When he take on a role, it don't go away. I'm telling you, it don't go away.
Not instantly.
He had a temporary moment of weakness, and he felt he had to go deal with this like a street dude in his own grandiose way. Slapped him, walked off slow like a pimp, knowing nothing was gonna happen. I was like,
with a smirk.
Walked off slow, turned his back on him.
Yeah, that's what I
Chris
said.
ain't never been no fighter. You can tell that, and Chris handled it well. And then the fallout happened. And Will won. That's the killer part. He won. And then he went party. So Will was wrong. But we won't throw this man away. We won't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Because we got white people that said all kinds of crazy stuff to us, and we vote for them. We got people that dog us out continuously and still rock with them. We buy the albums. You understand what I'm saying? We dance to him. So we ain't gonna throw him away for this temporary moment of insanity. Slap him on the wrist. You was a bad boy. He apologized. Hopefully they get through this. But I ain't gonna cancel him, man. No.
Okay. I'm with you on that for the most part. I really am. I feel that I agree with everything you said. I would add into the fact that I don't know if he had a temporary moment of insanity or if he was, I don't know. I feel like there may have been some things that could possibly have transpired without our knowledge in between 2016 and that night.
That's true.
So like maybe he said, you got one, I said this the other night to some people. I was like, look, he might have been like, look, say my wife, say something to my wife again, and I'm slap shit out you.
He might have sent it in a text. You know what I mean? Who knows? You know
who knows? I don't know what had happened, right? Yeah. Anything could be the case. But what I do know is, even if we all agree that was the wrong thing for him to do, this man has never done anything out of line ever. If anything, he's always colored inside the lines. Yeah. And he's made us proud. He's been nothing. AJ, as a matter of fact, she posted, I think it was yesterday. She was like, Will has done nothing but shown us 30 years of Black excellence, nothing but. And now y'all want to act like y'all want to throw him away. That's crazy.
Right. Exactly.
After this one incident. And what I always tell people is the last thing any of us would want to do is have our worst moment in time and our whole life reduced to that one bad choice.
And see, that's what us, with Black folks, we have a propensity to be so hard on ourselves and with each other. We don't hold anybody outside our community to that. You know what I mean? We still caping for the Tuskegee experiment. Well, it helped us understand syphilis. What? I'm gonna punch you in the mouth. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let's use the same ground that we give our oppressor to our brothers. We the most damaged
agree.
individuals ever. You know what I mean? And
I agree.
Bill, you know, he's a man of intellect and one of what you call self-improvement and positive affirmations. And he had a moment. He had a moment. We throw him away with that moment? No, we will not. No.
We should not. We cannot.
Yourself. He apologized. It ain't like he said, I'll do shit again. He ain't the baby. He ain't shoot a man in Walmart. You know what I mean? And let's move on. It's a family affair. It was between the brothers, okay? It was between the brothers. That's
I agree.
That was Michael Corey said to Kay and Godfather 2. It was between
Yeah, mess. Okay, 2 more things I want to ask you about. Let's talk about Kim and Kanye. What do you think about Kanye? Is he a stalker or is he just trying to be a good father?
He's trying to protect his family. The problem with Kanye was he's so wealthy, so how should I say, assured of himself. He figured that he can bend your will to do what he wants to have done because he's used to having his way. The problem was he married a hoe, and you can't make a hoe a housewife. And you know what I'm saying? And I love his documentary is the bomb. And
yet 3 of these niggas made her a housewife 3 damn times.
What charms this bitch?
Black men did it.
I don't know, but she know how to take a nigga money. She know how to. I mean, come on. Her mama is a madam. I mean, the whole family. Anybody,
her mama's a madam.
Her brother is twisted, and her stepdad is a woman now. I don't want no parts of none of that. I'm running.
I hate you.
What voodoo magic they got going on, I don't want none.
Okay. Okay. Last subject. That subject. Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett?
Jussie Smollett.
Jussie, you know what?
Jussie Smollett.
Look, it's deeper. Somebody put him up to that to get Trump out of office, and it backfired. Because, like Dave Chappelle said, MAGA hat 20 below zero. Who know you? They don't even watch Empire. How do they know you? You know what I mean? And he met the Nigerian. We go back to Nigeria now because they have, they speak with men. That's against their culture. You know what I'm saying? So, in the bathhouse, huh? I didn't even know they do that. So, Jussie Smollett, Jussie, I tell you what, he played his card, went crazy, and they let him out of jail. He did it. Lindsay Lohan. I ain't even mad at him. You know what I mean? And when the smoke cleared, Lee Daniels or Tyler or somebody gonna give him a role. I probably won't because I don't like weasels around.
I can't whip you.
But his sister can get a role. I got a special role for his sister.
Which one? Because his other sister is on. She's on Power Force, the Force show.
I didn't. Oh, that's his sister, the one with Tommy.
No, the one with the black guy, the barber.
That's his sister too.
That's his sister. I think her name is Jasmine. Jasmine Smollett.
Wow. Good grief. Good. That's good information. I'm talking about the main sister, the one that's on.
I know who you meant.
She can get a role.
Journey. You're talking about Journey.
Yeah, I got a good role for her. She could play.
I bet. Anywho. Okay, but wait. So you think somebody put Jussie Smollett up to this thing? You don't think he did it to himself?
What purpose was he doing that for? He's a political guy. He was doing it to promote. And where's the LGBTQ community? They didn't bail him.
Same place us black folks are. We looking at him like he's dumb as hell and he's fucking up.
Yeah, come on, man. They've been doing for these people. You've been rainbow instead of black, and now the black people we supposed. No, man, no. You chose that side. You deal with that, man. And I'm upset with him even thinking that he can get away with that badness. And it's cruel. The LGBT community should be ashamed of themselves for turning their back on a fellow patriot.
Whatever. Well, you turning your back on that black man.
Who, him? He ain't black. He believed rainbow colors. He said he wasn't black. He believed rainbow. So
no, he said he's a gay Tupac. He is black.
Tupac, no, that don't even go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? Him and Little Nas X need to be exiled for real. real. Little Negro Y. That's what I call Little Nas. Little Negro Y. No. And it's not because of their sexual preference, because I deal with a lot of homosexual. That's just a sex thing. It's not about that you gay. You just choose to have sex with. That's not a religion or political party. So why you making it like, oh, you don't accept me? Something wrong with you? Oh man, I don't need people with my breath. What the hell you talking about? You feel me? So my whole point in all of this is pick a side and stay there. You know, and there's some gay people that's pro-black, but don't get over there and forget about where you come from until they kick you to the curb. Now you looking for like an OJ, you know, you like OJ.
What someone said, you know, speaking of which, someone said OJ had something to say about Will Smith. Is that true?
I don't know.
I know he ain't commenting on nothing. I know he didn't do that, so I don't even want to hear that. So anyway.
Most hardcore dudes, black dudes, is O.J. Simpson and Bill Cosby, because they thought they were going to die in jail, and they outlived everybody and COVID. There's some hardcore brothers right there.
You know what? Speaking of Bill Cosby, did you watch the Playboy? I can't think of the name of The Secrets of the Playboy Mansion or something like that.
I remember that. Yeah.
Well, this just came out.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Documentary.
No, I didn't see it.
These are the actual Playboy bunnies are talking about all the crazy stuff that went on in that mansion and how sick and twisted Hugh Hefner was and going in. Yeah, but they let him die. But they didn't. They wanted to watch Bill Cosby die in that prison. That's what they really.
Hugh Hefner was the precursor to Epstein. You know what I mean? And they just did it with more glam and gloss and ritz and flair. Yeah. And if it went for whatever happened with Epstein, he'd still be doing this thing, you know. Yeah, I think he might still be alive, but who knows? It's
possible he's rich enough.
Right, but with Bill Cosby, he had from inmates that went after him because he wasn't supposed to do one day in jail, and whoever threw him in jail needed to be in jail for what they did. They broke the law to do that, you know. So those cases was old and archaic. Go throw the chick, they put him in jail, lied on him until throw her in jail since you're gonna act like that.
No, I agree.
Yeah, that's why I'm a revolutionary.
Derrick, tell the people about your book.
So when I did Gail in the Storm, I created a formula because they when you do an indie film, you get three choices. It can be good, fast, or cheap. Cheap, but you can only pick two. I broke the formula and I got good, fast, and cheap. Valerie said it was good. It was fast. I shot in 7 days and was cheap. Well under the standard budget. I'm too embarrassed to tell you what we shot it for. But everybody got paid. So I took the formula and I wrote a book called Guerrilla Film Grind, How to Make a Movie for Little or Nothing. And what I did is I simplified the process because I like to do things simpler. And I tell people that you can shoot a movie on your iPhone. You can get somebody who know how to write, you know how to direct, or you know how to produce, and you get all the three actors together, and you tell your story. And then if you're smart enough, you put it on your own YouTube channel and show it or sell it online. And it's just from everything from pen to distribution. And I made that in that book, and I got a lot of love off that book right now. And I'm gonna sell 1 million copies 1 million times.
All right, I hear you, and I ain't mad at it. Let me hold $20. That's all I got to say. Just
I got
$20. Derrick, thank you so much for being on my show, and I want you to come back. I think that I would love to do maybe monthly, have like a panel of guests come on and we talk about some of these hot topics, both current events and entertainment. So
sign me up for that, Val. Anything for you, Val. Anything for you, Val. You know I love you, girl. I got you. Loved you from day one, huh?
But right back at you. Right back at you.
Right.
So thank you so much. Tell everybody how they can get in touch with you if they want to reach out.
So even if you want to buy a book, go to my website, DerrickMuhammed.com. You can buy the book on PayPal or Cash at me. I'll send Val the link. She can put in the thing. And then on IG, I'm under Derrick M, Derrick M for Muhammad, Derrick M. And Facebook, I'm under Derrick Muhammed, you know. And I'm right now working on my next feature film, which is called The Sheriff, about a sheriff in a Georgia town dealing with a serial killer. So I'm excited to be finished with the script this month, and I'm going to shoot it in June or July. And then I got a horror movie I'm doing called Billy Doo that I'm shooting later this summer. And I plan on going on tour. And I got something else works called The Evangelist that's going to be hot. That's going to be smoking. That's going to be legendary.
What town are you filming this film in?
Shooting everything in Atlanta unless somebody offers me more money to come somewhere else. But I'm shooting most of them in Atlanta. Because everything's cheap in Atlanta, I can control the atmosphere and I hire local talent.
Okay. All right. Well, good. I'm excited for you. And I know you'll make it happen. I ain't never heard you say something you were going to do and I didn't see it come to pass. So,
oh, man, I'm honored to be on that line of work. Thank you. Thank you, Val. I tell you, it wasn't for the lack of trying. I can tell you that. It wasn't for the lack of trying.
I know that's right. Well, thank you, babes. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll have you back soon. Okay?
All right. Thank you. And shout out to everybody. And let me just say this before I go. If you have a goal, dream, or whatever, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you broke, you fat, you sick, whatever. If you can see it in your mind's eye, then it's achievable. So throw your heart over there and your ass will follow. So,
all right.
All right.
All right. Thank you, D.
Thank you, Val. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, y'all. What y'all think? Did you have a good time? How'd you guys enjoy the interview? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. What y'all are here talking about? Jussie, I couldn't get what? Oh, yeah, you didn't understand why he did. Look, no one is ever going to get a good answer because, first of all, he got to stop lying and saying that that it happened. Okay, everything Journey does gets canceled. Don't say that. It's not for her lack of trying. That's for sure. All right, let's see. What you talking about, Sarkonos? Oh, look. Y'all was really looking at Derrick. Y'all just talking about how fine he is. Ciao. Y'all trying to flirt with the man. What y'all say? Tupac said, nah, huh? I heard that. Hey, Betty White. I didn't know you were here. I'm sorry, sweetie. Let's see. Yes. What else? Sarkonos. What you talking about, Sarkonos? Y'all so crazy. Let's see. What else are y'all saying? Hey, Miss Juicy Reviews, Summer Breeze, everybody else that I didn't get to see in the chat earlier. What'd you say, Mama Cynthia? Hollywood and the elite are in a category by themselves. Well, that's true. That's true. They do things very differently. So he mentioned where you can buy the book. You can Cash App him. You can contact him on social media. I'll make sure I have the link in the description of this video, okay? Let's see what else. What else? Yay, yes, nice meeting, Derrick. Great show. Thank you, Valerie. Appreciate it. Hey, Maverick Born 2.0. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you all enjoyed the show. All right, Demita's here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you all had a wonderful Thursday. Thank you, Fedora. Yes. Congratulations to Derrick on all of his accomplishments. Very, very much so. Yes. Let me see. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any extra comments. He was trying to purchase one of those networks. And yeah, you guys are talking about Bill Cosby. Yeah, he was trying to purchase NBC. I really enjoyed Derrick. Oh, very good. Really enjoyed Derrick. Great interview. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You have, y'all are so silly. Y'all are so silly. Derrick and I have never dated. Derrick and I have never dated, but he is a handsome man. Y'all are silly. Silly. Okay, guys. Well, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I thank you all so much for coming to the show today. Again, if you have any show ideas, please reach out to me. I will make sure that I update the description box of this video. And we'll make sure if you want to get in touch with Derrick, you can do so. That way, I'll make sure all that contact information is there. But make sure you guys just reach out to me for any other ideas, or even some folks you would like to see me interview. Okay, I got a lot of things that are going to be coming up here very quickly, and I'm looking forward to it. And I think you guys are you're gonna enjoy it as well. All right. So with that said, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Please be sure to like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't. And that way, make sure you get all the notifications when they come through and when I go live again. Okay. So with that said, I love you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Smooches.